Hey there everyone, welcome to Mundane Egg Films. Continuing off of our last video, we will be diving headfirst into the intriguing world of symbolism, and our topic is the Philosopher's Stone. This symbol, just as the Orphic egg, has a vast and interesting history, so let's dig deep and understand what it is all about. So, what is the Philosopher's Stone? Well, the Philosopher's Stone, also known as the elixir of life, is a mythic alchemical concept of which was capable of turning base metals and elements, such as mercury or lead, into gold. It has also been understood as a source of rejuvenation, or even achieving immortality. During the Age of the Enlightenment, public interest in the legend of the Philosopher's Stone led to it becoming a central symbol of the era's mystical terminology of alchemy. Understanding of the stone, including its shape and nature, varied across time and space. For example, some alchemists believed the stone to be a material source, and that one could physically obtain. Others understood the stone to represent perfection itself, a more philosophical take. Meanwhile, others believed it to be representative of the soul or innate intuition of the philosopher themselves. The earliest attributed writing in regards to the Philosopher's Stone is credited to Zosimos of Panopolis, circa 300, in the Charokmata, which translates to things made by hand. His acquisition of the stone is believed to have been attained through a physical means, specifically through usage of a series of distillation equipment, and a key ingredient being prima materia, or first matter, a type of primordial and ubiquitous material. Later writers such as Elias Ashmole claim that the history of the stone goes back further, in fact being attributed to being acquired by Adam directly from God, and also is believed to be alluded to in Psalms 118 verse 22, in that the stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. While it is important to note these are interpretations, interests and conflicts regarding the Philosopher's Stone grew in time. During the Middle Ages, various empires including the Byzantine Empire and various Arab empires saw their alchemists had begun their work on expanding the work of Zosimos. This proved highly instrumental in the development of technologies such as that of gunpowder, of which would come to shape future geopolitics through the three main gunpowder empires, the Ottoman, Safavid, and Mughal empires. 8th-century Muslim alchemist Habir ibn Hayyan analyzed the classical elements within four basic qualities. These qualities were in accordance to fire, earth, water, and air. Fire was both hot and dry, earth was cold and dry, water was cold and moist, and air hot and moist. Habir ibn Hayyan had theorized that every element was purely a combination of these principles, two on the interior and two on the exterior. From this, it was reasoned that transmutation of one element or metal to another could be possible through the rearrangement of the constituent principles. However, in order for this transmutation to occur, it was reported that one would have to add a substance typically detailed as a dry red powder. This powder was believed to be derived directly from the Philosopher's Stone, and was the catalyst of transmutation. Later alchemists would come to regard this mysterious red powder as a crucial component of high-level alchemy. By the 11th century, there was a growing debate on whether or not transmutation was even possible. A leading opposing view was presented by Persian polymath Avicenna ibn Sina, who greatly discredited the theory on the transmutation of material substances, stating that those of the chemical craft know well that no change can be effected in the different species of substances, though they can produce the appearance of such change. Later, in the 13th century, a scientist and philosopher by the name of Albertus Magnus was said to have discovered the Philosopher's Stone. Though Magnus himself never confirmed in his own writings, he did record that he had witnessed the creation of gold through transmutation. By the 16th century, a Swiss alchemist by the name of Philippus Aureolus Theophrastus Bombastus von Hohenheim, or more commonly known by his short name Paracelsus, believed in the existence of a substance known as alkahest, of which he thought to be undiscovered. In his theory, he believed that alkahest was an element of which all other elements, these being earth, fire, water, and air, were simply derivatives. Paracelsus felt this alkahest was in fact the Philosopher's Stone, stating that the smattering I have of the philosopher's stone, which is something more than perfect exaltation of gold, hath taught me a great deal of divinity. The philosopher's stone, a legendary substance of great fascination, has captured the imaginations of countless individuals throughout history. It holds a central place in the world of alchemy and is often associated with the pursuit of immortality, the transmutation of base metals into noble ones, and the attainment of ultimate wisdom. The history and symbolism surrounding the philosopher's stone are both intricate and profound. The origins of the philosopher's stone can be traced back to ancient times, with roots in various cultures and civilizations. One of the earliest references comes from the writings of the Egyptian sage Hermes Trismegistus, who spoke of a mysterious substance that could bring about spiritual and material transformation. In medieval Europe, alchemists like Paracelsus and Albertus Magnus sought the elusive stone, believing that it held the key to not only wealth and longevity but also enlightenment. Symbolically, the philosopher's stone represents the quest for spiritual enlightenment and personal transformation. It is often described as a universal panacea that can heal all ills and grant immortality. In this context, the search for the stone is a metaphor for the inner journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Alchemists believed that by working on themselves and striving for spiritual purity, they could eventually attain the wisdom and enlightenment symbolized by the philosopher's stone. The transmutation of base metals into noble ones, particularly the transformation of lead into gold, is another significant aspect of the philosopher's stone symbolism. This process, known as the great work in alchemy, is seen as a metaphor for the transformation of the human soul from a state of impurity and ignorance to one of enlightenment and purity. Throughout history, alchemists conducted elaborate experiments and wrote cryptic texts in their pursuit of the philosopher's stone. These texts were often filled with allegorical language and complex symbolism, making them challenging to decipher. Some of the most famous alchemists, such as Nicholas Flamel and John Dee, claim to have succeeded in creating the philosopher's stone or the elixir of life, adding to the mystery and allure surrounding this legendary substance. In literature and popular culture, the philosopher's stone has made appearances in various forms. Perhaps one of the most famous instances is in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series, where the stone is depicted as a powerful magical artifact. In conclusion, the philosopher's stone is a symbol of the human pursuit of transformation, enlightenment, and the quest for ultimate knowledge. It has a rich and complex history, with roots in various cultures, and has left an indelible mark on the world of alchemy and beyond. As we explore the symbolism and history of the philosopher's stone, let it remind us of the enduring human fascination with the extraordinary and the eternal quest for self-improvement and wisdom. And, as you delve into the intriguing world of symbolism and history, don't forget to like and subscribe to Mundane Egg Films for more engaging content on fascinating topics.